Hey, Oliver fans! So we are super excited to be introducing to you our new rooftop tent on top of our truck, who is called, of course, is called Troy. And this rooftop tent is really great for camping. You could fit 2 people in it and a dog, as long as the dog isn't too big. And Oliver isn't that big. Oliver, you want a treat? And plus it has its own window that Oliver has sort of claimed as his window. So we're calling it Oliver's window in the rooftop tent. And we are right now in Valley of the Gods in Utah, which is close to Monument Valley. It looks a lot like Monument Valley. We're doing something called dispersed camping. So this is not in a national park. This is on lands administered by the Bureau of Land Management. And they do have some rules about where you're allowed to camp, but it's free and it's first come, first served. So there's no reservations. And we managed to find this amazing site, and Oliver would like another treat. So yeah, it is spectacularly beautiful. And we do have some neighbors a little bit further away, but really you almost feel like you're out here by yourself. I mean, it's an absolutely incredible experience camping like this. Of course, it means we have to bring everything with us. There are no services here. There's no water. And we brought all our food and all our water, plenty of food and water for Oliver, and treats, of course. We don't want to run out of treats. That would be a total catastrophe. And yeah, we're just here for the night, enjoying the beautiful views, and then we're going to be going to Monument Valley. And from there, oh, actually, we've already been on this trip to the Grand Canyon. So in that case, we weren't able to do dispersed camping. That's a national park. But Oliver had a great time at the Grand Canyon. Not so much about the views, although we did look a little bit over the south rim of the, oh, do I have to get more treats for you, Oliver, to get you outside again? The south rim, there we go, there we go. We did look over the south rim of the canyon, and Oliver liked some of the smells, and I think he really enjoyed the Grand Canyon. And from Monument Valley, we'll be heading north to Canyonlands National Park, which is not a national park we've ever been to before. And from there, we'll be heading west to Goblin Valley State Park in Utah, which is, we actually really love state parks because unlike national parks where the rules are pretty strict on where you can take your dog, state parks, as long as the dog's on leash, pretty much lets a dog go anywhere that humans can go. So that's the plan for our trip. But yeah, we want to tell you a little bit more about this rooftop tent now, how it works. It's actually pretty easy to open. It only takes about a minute, and it just pops open. And you have, obviously there's a ladder. You have to bring the ladder down. That doesn't take very long either. You just sort of, it's a telescoping ladder. And you can affix these awnings so that you have a little bit of shade when you're looking out Oliver's window. And Oliver said, oh, the treats are gone, so I'm gone too. And yeah, how exactly do we get Oliver up into the tent, you might be wondering? Is this really practical for dogs, a rooftop tent? Well, it would probably depend on the size of your dog. We have no trouble getting Oliver, just one person. I could do it by myself, Wayne can do it by himself. We can easily get Oliver up there. If you had a 60, 80, 100-pound dog, it might be more of a challenge. So we're going to show you how we get Oliver into the tent and a few more aspects of this amazing iCamper tent that we bought. Okay, so the easiest way to get Oliver up into the rooftop tent is just for me to get up a little bit higher. I need to get up onto the second step here, and then just to turn him around in my arms and lift him like that. Oliver, was that easy? And it's even easier getting Oliver down. I just have to get him to come into my arms, and then I turn around, put both feet on the ladder, and I just go down backwards. Pretty good. What do you think, Oliver? Not so bad? And of course, the only hard thing is that Oliver can't go to the bathroom when he's up there, but we can bring him down whenever he wants to go.
Hi, Oliver. Can I join you? All right. So this is a SkyCamp 3.0 Mini, which is perfect for one adult and a dog, or maybe 2 adults and a small dog like Oliver. So Oliver's 35 pounds, and it does fit if you have 2 adults here. It's just wide enough. It's about maybe a little bit smaller than a queen size mattress. And Oliver will just sleep right here at our feet. There's some extra space here. Of course, right now there's no one else here. He'll take up all the space that he wants over there, getting comfortable. Other features of this tent, there's 2 windows over here, which is really nice. This one's Oliver's window, as we showed you earlier. He likes to poke his head out there. There's also a very nice skylight up here, which we have open. And this way you can look at the stars. And yeah, and this is a hard shell tent. That means that it's actually hard over here, so it gives it a little more stability in the wind. And overall, Oliver seems to be enjoying it so far, and we will see how he does. But overall, it seems pretty comfortable. There is this kind of like 2-inch mattress here, which just makes it a little more comfortable than sleeping on a tent on the ground. So I'm really happy with this site. I'll put the GPS coordinates below so you can find this site too if you're ever in Valley of the Gods in Utah. But it's really beautiful, very private. You can see our nearest neighbors all the way over there, very far away. We have this dry riverbed over here, so we're on a cliff overlooking it. We've got some buttes over there, very nice. And some more buttes over there. So very classic Southwest scene. Very happy with the site, very private. And that's great because Oliver can get a little bit skittish when camping. If he hears some noise, some rustling, some lights on from the neighbors, he might bark. But here we're so far from our neighbors, I don't think he's going to be scared of anything. So we'll have a nice restful night. And we're just going to start setting up camp now. It's around 6:30, so we got 2 more hours of daylight. So we'll have to make some dinner and just make sure everything is set up for the night.
Hey, Oliver, it's time for dinner. Oliver, it's time for dinner. Look what we have. We've got hamburgers and steak, which are a little bit overdone.
Some asparagus too.
Asparagus, some healthy vegetables.
Oliver won't have.
Oliver won't eat probably, but we'll try. Okay, wow, the table is set. Let's put this here. It's always a bit of a juggling act. And let's grab the first burger. Let's see what this tastes like. Oh, this is actually part of the steak. Would you like some steak, Oliver? Over here. Here, I'll cut you some. Bon appetit. What do you think? Okay, 1 gulp. That was like a highly successful dinner, I think. Let me taste a little bit of myself. Yeah, that's pretty charred, but you know, at least we know it's totally done. Oh well. We'll do better next time, Oliver. All right, Oliver, would you like some steak? Oh, I think he likes it. Oh, you're licking the fork. Okay, I think that means he wants more. Oh, it's so tender, Oliver. It's really tender and juicy. I'm kind of salivating. Home on the range, Oliver, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom was heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Oliver's like, I will put up with Daddy Scott's singing because I'm getting such good food. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom was heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. That's pretty good, wasn't it? I mean the steak, not my singing. Okay, Oliver, you gotta have some asparagus. You can't just eat beef all night long. So let's get you some asparagus. It's very healthy. He licked the bowl a little bit just in case there was some beef still on it. And that's where the asparagus came from. Oh, he's like, no, I want to get out the beef. Yeah. Oliver, we can give you a little bit more of this, okay? But, you know, it would be nice if you ate a little bit of asparagus. You sure? Not even a little bit? Nope. All right, you want to try one of the hamburgers, Oliver? All right, let's try not to drop this on the ground. I'm not saying that one of the patties might have dropped on the ground before I cooked it, but if that did happen, I definitely washed it and then cooked it, so it was really hot. So no problem. No harm, no foul. No one saw that upset me, Oliver. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'd say that's a hit too. Let me try a little bit of this hamburger. That's really good. We brought in our own gear. We made the hamburger. We're gonna pack everything out, leave everything exactly the way we found it. No trace that we were even here, except for our tire tracks.
Okay, so we are in the rooftop tent. It is 11:30. It's time to go to bed. And as you can see, it's a little bit tight for 2 people and a dog. And Oliver has taken the luxury of stretching himself across horizontally and sleeping in my spot.
We call it dog spreading when Oliver does this. He takes up 2/3 of the bed all by himself. Oliver is sleeping very soundly too. Good night, Oliver.
Good night, Oliver.
Love you. We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
We'll be here all night taking care of you, don't we?
We'll make sure you're safe, Oliver.
Yeah. Good night.
Morning, Oliver. Did you have a nice sleep? You did? Yes, I saw. You took up a lot of space. You stretched out luxuriously. So it's morning now, and it's quite windy. You can see we have the annex attached, and it is a beautiful day otherwise, but the tent is flapping around a bit, so I think that may have woken Oliver up. But otherwise, seems like he did really well overnight. You going pee? Okay. We'll take you down, Oliver.
Like it? Ignoring the kibble as usual, going straight for the hot dog. So today we're heading off to Monument Valley. Oliver, we're gonna see all kinds of amazing, classic American scenery. He's like, scenery again? Let's have more treats. Okay, let's do that. We'll give you some more hot dog. All right, so we are saying goodbye to our beautiful campsite in what we're calling Oliver's Lane in Valley of the Gods, and we are headed to Monument Valley. Come on, Oliver, let's go. All right, so Oliver, what did you think of your rooftop tent experience? I think he liked it okay. He slept pretty well. I slept pretty well. It was definitely more cozy than sleeping on the ground. Look, you're still yawning, Oliver, but you're always yawning. And now we are heading to Monument Valley, and we're gonna have all kinds of new adventures. What do you think, Oliver? And yeah, we'll have some lunch too.
All right, so we are leaving our campsite. Oliver, did you enjoy it? I think you had fun. We had a pretty uneventful night. Of course, when it's night and it's completely dark, things always sound a little bit scary, like you hear these sounds in the distance and then you wonder what they are. Instead, they're just cows moving in the distance, so nothing to be afraid of at all. It's a nice place. We had a great time here. all of our fans. So we are at Monument Valley right now doing the scenic drive. And you can see ahead of you are the famous mittens. There's like a little thumb on either side. They seem to be opposable thumbs facing each other. And we're on this very bumpy road, unpaved. You can take the tours led by the Navajo guides, or you can just drive yourself, but it doesn't mean you have to go on this very bumpy dirt road, which Oliver is very interested in. He's definitely very alert. He's wondering why it's so bumpy right now. And it's actually a nice day though. So we're gonna go see what else there is to see.
So we're saying goodbye to Monument Valley and heading north into Utah. We'll be spending the night near Canyonlands National Park and then touring the park tomorrow. Hey, Oliver fans, so we are at Newspaper Rock, not far from Canyonlands National Park. And as you can see, we've got some amazing artwork behind us. They're called petroglyphs. They're done by the indigenous peoples who lived on this land long before there were any Europeans here. You can see there's all kinds of different petroglyphs, including lots of different animals that I think, Oliver, you might enjoy interacting with, like maybe the horses. It's interesting there are horses here. That's just that this is after the Spanish had already settled in Mexico, because the horses then migrated north from there. And also there are buffalo and bighorn sheep. Not really his thing, but let's go sniff around. Nevermore, quoth the raven, and more, quoth Oliver.